Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast. This week brought to you by... I'm Gus.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Barbara. Let's eat ice cream.
And I'm Gus. It's Sunday, Monday.
Yeah!
Yes!
I feel like you weren't entirely sure because your tweet last night said, I think it's Sunday, Monday.
That's because Eric messaged me last night. He's like, hey, tomorrow should be Sunday, Monday. Do you want to do it tomorrow or delay it a week? And I was like, let's do it tomorrow.
Why though?
Who's ever going to say no to that?
Summer?
It's the first Monday after the first day of summer.
Ooh.
And it's the
Sunday.
First Monday of the year that falls after a Sunday.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Thanks for
And it's what, 69 degrees outside currently in
It's
Austin?
like the coldest day in
It's
like
awesome.
2
We're
months.
jacket weather in June. What's
yeah,
going on?
now we're going to load up on ice
It was
cream.
hotter in December than it is today.
Gus, have you really found a way to complain about eating ice cream?
I complain about anything. Have you listened to the podcast before?
It's 60. By the way, you said it's 69 degrees, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, it's fucking 40." you really reaping the whirlwind on that one. Look at this. Look at this spread. Can you got like a?
Do we get a shot
Oh,
of it?
you do. I knew you did. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Gavin was making
You know
fun of
what,
Eric
Eric?
before
It was
the show.
worth it. It was
Gavin was
worth
making
it.
fun of Eric
Yeah.
for arranging all of that, saying there was no point.
Because he was just like slightly inching them. Was like, nobody cares, Eric. And he's like, the jib shot, the top down
peanut
shot or whatever.
Oh shit. So we got like little
You're
peanut
right.
butter cups. This
Mushed up Oreos.
Oreo stuff.
We got sliced ice cream. We got scooped ice cream.
Raisinets for some reason.
What are these? What are these massive? Malt balls.
Malt balls?
What's malt balls?
Malt
balls.
Oh, like Maltesers, but giant?
Yes.
But off-brand.
I chose a really
So-
bad day to wear white pants.
Cool. Why,
Why? Because of the rain or because of the?
No, because of all the chocolate syrup and other things that I'm sure Gavin's
get
going
to
to
it.
spill on me.
You know what's better than talking about ice cream?
Eating ice cream.
There you go.
What are the flavors of ice cream you have?
We
over
got
there?
vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry cheesecake.
Seems like a weird mix. I just want to say one thing real quick. Came in today. We had home slice pizza. We had little boxes over here, and they write people's names on it. Christian's name was on the box. So Christian gets us the food before the podcast sometimes, and today got the home slice. Christian, great call. Then I come in, and Christian is here getting a bunch of ice cream ready. I just want to say Christian is probably the best employee in the history of this company.
If you want to get promoted in Rooster Teeth, be someone who gives Bernie food.
It's true. It's how Gavin started. Look how happy you are.
Can you explain what you're doing as you're doing it?
Sure.
I-
So Barbara is putting a bunch of ice cream into a serving bowl,
away from the
apparently.
mic.
You got a bowl right next to you.
These are like.
I want you to have a lot of ice cream, bro.
I'm going.
I've
Is
got a
this
bowl.
is vanilla, right?
Yeah.
I'm going for plain vanilla because I feel like the toppings do the work.
Don't put
I've got
your finger there. You-
chocolate, vanilla.
You push the little thing on the side, Barbara.
Some banana,
And
you can-
some
there you go.
coconut.
I'm sorry, I'm not a dad.
Those have been around forever.
Not in Canada.
I'm going to get some those...
Does
Little-
ice cream
little
come in a
peanut butter
bag
cups?
in
I
Canada?
put ice cream in the bowl, Eric.
How come milk comes in a bag, but ice cream doesn't?
In a bag?
Milk comes in a bag.
Oh,
Canada.
sprinkles.
That's
I need
because it's already
sprinkles.
liquid. I mean, you could melt ice cream and put it in a
You
bag.
squeeze it out like a tube. At least you have some, Canada should have all their own delivery mechanisms for dairy products.
Pretz!
Oh fuck yeah! I'm putting in some peanut butter. What are these? Peanut
I'm
butter
still eating my pizza.
chips? Peanut butter chips?
Well, there are no cherries. We missed out on the maraschino cherries.
Oh damn!
Throw it all away.
There's like strawberry preserve stuff at the front.
There is right
I
there.
said cherries. Did I say strawberry?
They're both red.
So we got to do this again next week and get it right, I guess.
What
Eric,
is-
we
Gabby,
can't
you're
do
just
it.
putting everything. I
What
think
do you
those
think?
are
Looks pretty good.
What do you got? Tell us what you got.
I got some chocolate ice cream, some strawberry ice cream, banana, peanut butter cups, coconut. Yeah.
That's a crazy mix. And rainbow sprinkles.
And rainbow sprinkles, of course, top it all off.
Gavin is just like,
He's taking everything.
I'm a toppings boy.
what do you call it when you take a fountain drink cup and you go down and hit all of them?
Suicide.
You call it a suicide. What do you call it, Barbara?
when you do what?
Take a cup at a soda fountain and you go through all of them. Like,
oh,
and get all of them.
I just call that being a 12-year-old boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Not bad.
What do they call that in the UK, Gav?
How is this hot? Oh, what?
What do you mean, how is it hot? They heated it up.
Is it hot?
It says hot fudge on it, but it's cold.
It's not.
probably
Maybe it's
supposed
the
to warm it
flavor of
You-
hot fudge.
Someone forgot to heat it up. It was Christian.
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 No, Christian, don't you throw him under the bus.
How am I meant to get cold
Don't you
fudge?
dare.
How does this work,
My pants.
Christian?
My
use
pants.
this.
My pants.
Christian, you are an angel, and you do not need to take that from Eric. You do not.
you wrapped it right back up where you were.
Put the hot fudge on it, and then put the whole thing
I
in the
just want
microwave.
to eat all these toppings by themselves too.
You know what
These are
I
all my
think
favorite candies.
is probably better than a sundae?
A Monday.
It's a milkshake.
What do you got?
What the fuck?
You disgusting animal. That
What are you
What
doing?
are you
I'm
doing?
gonna make a milkshake.
Out of coconut and everything else?
Yeah.
God, you're a brilliant man. What are you doing?
Some half and half in there.
He prepared for this.
Do milkshakes have half and half?
Mine do.
My God.
You take a little heavy cream usually and drop it in there just to get stuff moving, right, Gus?
Gotta
Oh
lube it up.
That was gross.
So you're gonna make a chunky milkshake.
Just water.
Look at this setup you have.
Just water.
Is this an excuse to? Oh no, you're not on.
Not on?
No, I mean you're not. You don't have a good feel. So Gus just pulled out this massive cup blender thing, and now he has this thing
There
that's
we go.
locking onto the top of it. Oh, that's gonna.
Eric, help me.
I think you got a twist. You got a twist.
I'm so nervous right now, but I also don't care.
Gus has a blender on his
Because
lap.
he's not a dad, he doesn't know how to work it.
Does nobody? What is like being a dad mean? You can eat food. You can serve yourself.
Plug it in.
I did. It worked before the
I
show.
don't think
Did they
it's
unplug me?
twisted to the side. I'm telling you, Dad over here is
on to it.
troubleshooting.
Please don't drop it. Ew.
Don't say ew.
I'm gonna eat that.
I don't think you're twisting
You're
it.
just
on.
wait-
This is my blender from home.
Just drink out of the side. Just
It
drink
worked
it.
before.
Is it plugged in
You brought
into
in
an
your-
outlet that's working?
Is that?
We have
Eric, you're the
blenders.
ultimate dad. So Eric is trying to help Gus make his milkshake, and it's not working.
this-
God,
You want some
Eric
of this?
sounds so exasperated. Just like
this worked great before
I'll
the
make mine.
podcast.
Gus broke his blender.
Yeah,
yes, Barb. Did I refuse to eat your thing? I'll have some. Where do I get a spoon?
they're right here.
May I have a spoon? I'm gonna try some of Barb's.
Did you break my blender?
Your blender's broken, dude.
It's okay. Listen, don't get. He's so upset. Gus will just owe you a new blender.
Get some of everything in there. Whoopsie.
I'm trying to
Have
figure it out.
Venmo you some money.
Gus, give
I want to
Eric
bet with
your
Barbara, and she had to
personal-
Venmo me $5.
Let's not talk about that.
That's
There we
great.
go.
Damn,
Wait, why were you
it wasn't
Venmoing?
twisted on, was it?
It was.
I said that 100 times.
I can't hear you. I'm milkshaking.
This
That's
is the
great for an audio
best audio
podcast.
podcast in the world. How's that Sunday?
That's really good, Barb. Mm-hmm. Good choice. Barb and I are.
Good mix of caramel, peanut, chocolate.
We're Sunday bros.
Didn't come out.
That's the
Why are
worst
you pouring it
consistency.
back into a bowl? Oh my God. So Gus basically he said he was going to make milkshake, but what he really made was soup.
Put it in a cup, man.
You made
Ice cream soup.
You made ice cream soup. Who pours a milkshake into a bowl? What's wrong with you?
This bowl is so cold.
Oh God. All right, this is gonna melt. So can the
This is so good.
I want to
get the-
try it.
It's so good.
Do you have a
That's what I
straw?
want to share with you.
I just drank out of the bowl. You want me to milkshake yours?
No.
All right,
It brings
I'm
all the
going in.
boys to the yard.
I'm going in.
Yeah,
I've been going a
milkshake
while.
Mine, Gus.
You have been.
I got all this buildup of stuff that I want to talk about. Like Gus, I gotta know. Did you see how to reset a GE smart bulb?
I
Did you see that video?
This awful dystopian future we live in.
There's a video. It's like how to reset your GE smart bulb, Gavin.
Like the factory defaults.
It's a ridiculous. Someone said it seems like an SNL parody of itself. It's like just follow these simple steps.
I saw someone.
Turn the light off. Then turn it back on for 8 seconds. Then turn it off. Then turn it back on for 7 seconds. Then turn and it's like this whole process. What is
that malt ball in
I'll
there.
get you some half and half.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
need a little bit of
Gonna milkshake
moisture.
it up.
Some moisture, yeah.
Just
It's-
a splash though. That's
It's
not go crazy.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like who approved of this? Like they came up with like this was the best way to do it.
That's when engineers are making the user interface for stuff.
Oh my God.
You gotta have a good UI designer, man. It's just like you gotta have it in this day and age.
What's
Yeah.
the best UI?
What's the best UI? I gotta say, the best UI is probably an iPhone.
Probably
you, look, or any kind of tablet now, just because you just instantly get it. That's why kids swipe books
If you get like
when
I
they
don't
get.
like it in the bowl, Gus.
Kid knows how to use an iPhone just by picking it up.
kids, if kids can use it and old people can use it, you're set.
Listen, I'm gonna say is I just said iPhone because that's what I use. I meant like a swiping tablet thing. Someone's gonna tell me iPhone didn't make that. You know, Microsoft made that in like 1984.
It was like
and
a
then
tablet
Apple
or
stole
like
it.
a touch device interface.
Who made the mouse? Was it Microsoft that made the mouse? Or did they steal
no.
that from IBM?
They stole that from Xerox.
I am
The Palo
shocked
Alto
that
Research
you want
Center.
this.
Right.
Developed the
They made
mouse.
that and they made Ethernet.
So good.
If there's one person on the planet who I wouldn't think would want something blended up to be liquidy, it would be Gavin.
That's true.
That is delicious.
It's really good, isn't it? I
oh
think
my
we're
God.
I think
is
we're
it?
onto something.
But you're what
Making a
milkshake?
sundae and then
Just
blend it
make
up.
the sundae and then put everything in there.
Gus invented the milkshake.
We did.
While
this
we were
is more
sitting
than
here.
a milkshake. It's
Milkshake
different.
Mondays.
Oh, I'm so happy.
It's good, right?
It's not bad. You put there's a little too much banana, I would say. It overpowers it.
It was one of those. I put two and I ate one.
It overpowers it still somehow. Banana's a very strong flavor.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then to me, it's just
I
like
wanna
a
say-
nice base.
That was amazing.
The most overpowering flavor to me is one that people just like don't even taste in stuff. And same as
Cucumber?
cucumber.
You and I.
You put cucumber anywhere in something.
So inoffensive.
All I taste is cucumber.
The cucumber is in like on the same cutting board as something that you know, something else that I ate that was prepared on the same cutting board. I can taste it,
It's like mostly water.
and mostly disgusting.
Hey,
That's the cucumber flavor.
you know, it'd be great on a Sunday. Toblerone. If they weren't if they were
Yeah, here we go. Huh?
fucking fake.
You gaslighting us about Toblerones?
Welcome back,
What'd
Bernie.
you say? What did
You
you say?
gaslighting us about Toblerones?
You are a fucking idiot.
You are.
Why are you both saying Toblerone?
Toblerone.
He said Toblerone first, and then I started copying him.
Who cares? Who cares? Are you saying?
Sure.
Listen. So we're talking about the same video. Somebody compiled the whole Toblerone adventure that we went on. Where
they didn't
and
document the whole thing.
fuck you, fuck you.
There's a lot more.
So what did we learn from that video?
Here's what we learned.
That you don't remember anything.
Well, look.
And then you accuse us of gaslighting you because you don't remember
The title of the
anything.
video is Bernie can't remember that he ate a gigantic Toblerone while dressed as Steve Buscemi. To be in my defense, who would remember that? I mean, that happens all the fucking time. But what I learned from this video is years ago, I mentioned the Toblerone at the airport, the giant one. Right in that moment, both of you tell me
Right.
that it's fake and it's just a bunch of little ones.
what
Then
was-
the rest of the videos are you making fun of me for the thing that
What-
you told
what
me.
was omitted from that video was me saying I went out of my way to find an actual solid one that was not made up of smaller Toblerones.
Because some
It
of
was
them,
very difficult to find the one big solid
They
Toblerone.
see you doing that on
So
the
you're
on the video.
gaslighting us again because
They
you don't,
see
you're
that-
omitting essential information from the story.
I'm watching the video. Go watch
It's
the
not
video.
in the video. It's in the source material.
Oh,
I'm really
so
happy.
not making stuff up.
I'm really
Okay.
happy I recently learned what gaslighting means because now I'm totally following this conversation.
When you try to convince someone else that they're crazy,
Yep.
there it is right there.
Helping Hand 97 in chat says, "Can we have milkshakes at RTX?" I should set up a milkshake booth.
You should.
And I should make sundaes for people and then milkshake them. No, people can bring me their sundaes and I milkshake them.
how long?
I just have a blender on the floor.
You just go around blending stuff. We'll give you like a portable camping battery and a blender.
You don't even have a booth. It's just you in the corner.
Me with a blender.
Here's what I'd say, because we have these massive like storage bowls that we're using to eat this. The amount of ice cream that I eat is totally dependent on the size of the container.
Yep.
Like I could literally just no problem eat this whole thing. But if you give me one of those little like European little cones with a little smush on top,
So it's
that's
like
enough ice
how
cream as well.
A fish only gets as big as its bowl, but like how much ice cream is dependent
Bernie's
on the
stomach
size.
only
My
stretches
gut
from-
only gets as big as the bowl of ice cream in front of me. No bigger.
This is
That
so
was a
good.
gigantic amount of ice cream that you just ate.
Yeah, it was a lot. And I just drank it.
And you
Like-
drank it.
And with
And
milk.
I chopped, not even milk, with half and half. I had the option. I went to the fridge and I was like, I grabbed the milk first. And I was like, wait. And then I put it back and went for the half and half.
I was wondering what you were doing because I was in there getting coffee, and I was like, "What are you getting?" And you're like, "You'll see."
I said, it's a secret. My stupid podcast plans. Here, I want to read this actually. I want to remind everyone this episode of the Rooster Teeth podcast is brought to you by DoorDash.
Food.
I gotta say, great service. Use food delivery all the time, but I gotta say, the call out for Cheesecake Factory in particular. Maybe if you're like a little too lazy to go out and get Cheesecake Factory, maybe skip that Cheesecake Factory in particular. Just like they'll get the 1,400 calorie.
Or just get the $1,400 milkshake, or the
There you go.
1,400 calorie milkshake that I'll make for you.
Exactly right. Get that.
Go for that.
All this stuff is amazing. Like all these services now with getting stuff delivered to you. It's just like, I wonder. This is one of those things. It's like when you're partaking in it, it's like this is really incredible. I wonder how sustainable all this is. Like
How what?
How sustainable all
Yeah.
this is. Right.
It's funny. I was at a coffee shop here, right around the corner from the office, the other day, and I noticed that they had moved one of their couches. I was like, "That's weird." And then the next day, there was a set of Amazon lockers there,
What?
like in the coffee shop.
Like for pickup?
Right. So it's like you get your stuff delivered there, and then just pick it up from the locker.
Strange.
It was
Why
like,
not just get it delivered to you?
I mean, I guess like if you have a place where you're worried about package theft.
Yeah, if you're not home to receive something,
Or-
a lot of people don't like it left there.
Maybe you just don't get a house. You don't live anywhere. Just wander around.
Just don't live anywhere.
Why not just get an Amazon locker at your house?
Just get a PO box and live out of that.
What if it was chilled?
There
What
you
if
go.
it was a
Kevin.
really cold?
Barbara, you're already over it.
No,
Such a good idea.
I'm in
you
a
guys are
fucking
crazy.
loophole here.
Did you see that thing about that Alexa Super Bowl ad about how they Amazon had that ad during the Super Bowl, and they produced the ad in a way where it would not trigger people's Alexas at home.
It's like 3,000, 6,000 hertz or something like that.
Yeah, they omitted. I think it was the 2,000 to 3,000 hertz range of audio. That way, it's like Alexis wouldn't hear.
Well, that's something I actually noticed.
You said Alexa like 14 times while you did that. Everyone's Alexa's
Yeah.
going
Oh, is that
nuts.
how? Is that what? I don't have
Just
one.
do it
I
at
remember-
200 hertz. Was it 2,000 hertz?
I remember being at home and having my TV on and it playing ads for the Amazon Echo. And every time they would say her name, my thing wouldn't go off. And I was like, how are they doing that? How are they saying her name? But I could be having a conversation about nothing and not even mention anything close to Alexa. And all of a sudden she's just like, I'm sorry, I don't know that. And I'm like, I didn't ask
So
you,
it
bitch.
only listens on a certain frequency?
I
guess
know.
so. I guess so. It's in the article. I read it as well.
Wouldn't it be more sensible just to target the actual sample from the ad and ignore that, as opposed to getting rid of whole frequencies of sound?
How do they know though when they're gonna put out a new commercial? They got to sample it every time they do it and update it.
That thing is always connected. I'm sure it's constantly updating. Have you ever updated yours? It's probably patching every day.
You're probably right. Probably right. I gotta unplug mine and plug them back in every now and then.
Why?
There's all like different generations. My first generation ones are like,
You got to turn it on for 2 seconds, turn it off for 8 seconds.
the whole thing, dude.
This video is ridiculous.
Isn't there was something that came out about, those crosswalk things where you press the button and wait for the thing to change, where someone discovered if you press it in a certain frequency, like 1 and like 2 fast and then like 1 more or something like that, that it would change automatically.
There was an elevator code like that too for Otis elevators where you could push the button a certain way and it would clear like all the call signals. And you just go straight down yourself. To
Yeah.
the lobby.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I want to discover that too. 'Cause
I think
Those are
that'd
cool
be
life hacks.
Great for a hotel. Yeah.
I think a lot of crosswalks in some cities are disconnected now, though.
Yeah.
Like the button doesn't do anything?
Yeah, like it's just there.
Just
There's a word for that.
placebo effect.
Yeah,
Yeah, but are they called placebo buttons?
I think it's
Something?
Toblerone buttons.
Shut up. They're called something. They're like fake buttons that you let people think they're going to do something.
Right.
Why bother making up a special name for that?
We have names for everything.
Like the closed door button on most elevators is like that. It's just like you hit it and it's like it really doesn't do anything. But
Well,
you feel good that you're
There's
like,
some places it works.
I feel
Some place
in,
it works,
In
yeah.
Europe, they work.
yeah, outside in the US, it doesn't
The
do
US,
shit.
they're just. I feel like no buttons do anything here.
that's right.
It's
you,
like,
want to feel active.
Yeah.
I still don't. Look at you.
I
Anybody
have
else
a
want ice
tummy
cream, by the
ache.
way?
Yeah, but come on, it's going to melt. Everybody grab some ice cream. Form an orderly line.
I don't
Why
eat
aren't they
that
eating
many
it? Did you poison the ice cream? Is this how we find out?
Who wants ice cream?
Nobody does.
Nobody.
I,
all right.
Cody, I see you rubbing your hands.
We're working.
You had
What are we
cheese
doing?
pizza.
We're working. We're eating ice cream. Come on, multitask, fucker. What are you doing in there? Yeah, you can have, Cody wants the gummy bears. Yes, you can have the gummy bears.
You were just complaining you had cheese pizza, and now you're taking the fucking gummy bears.
Cody, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. What are you gonna have, Anna?
Do we have more bowls?
Oh,
Anna, do I
Ashley?
choose? No, just dump everything into that giant bowl and then that'll be yours. Because apparently nobody else
just
wants
put
ice cream.
toppings on
Here comes
that
Ashley.
bowl.
Ashley wants ice cream.
Ashley wants ice cream too.
you want ice cream?
Come
So
on
Ashley
in.
and I had a Prego baby appointment just before this.
Do we have any bowls?
Oh, dang.
Turn so they can see the Prego belly. They can turn that way. Ashley's here.
Feed
look
it
at
ice
that.
cream.
Look at that baby.
It looks like it's fake. It's a very perfect.
The way Gavin describes it is Ashley looks pregnant from here to here.
Yeah, her torso is pregnant. The rest of her isn't somehow.
I know. I saw her before and I was like, girl, you're tiny.
But she's gonna be what the baby doubles in weight now every month until
It's gonna be double this size
Double the size next month.
when he comes.
Oh my God.
2 months away, as of today.
Yeah.
It's like one of
That's, I mean, we can't predict it, but the due date.
But you're predicting it.
Your due
It's
date.
literally, I think, Gus, I have medical experts who have told me a date, and I'm gonna go with them over you.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. You said you can't predict it, then you predicted it.
Stop gaslighting me.
What are they?
What is going on?
Have you ever publicly announced a due date? Or is that something you guys are
I don't know. Do you care? I don't think.
You literally just said it.
End of August, 2 months from today,
end of August?
August 24th.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
So
Summer babe.
let's-
It's actually not this isn't a bad summer for Ashley to be in her 3rd trimester, because normally if it was like 100 degrees every day, like it usually is in June, it would be miserable, I'm assuming. But today it's like 68 degrees today.
so
With a nice little rain shower.
Let me
earlier
translate that for the whole rest of the planet. Hold
August
on.
24th isn't that great for the podcast. Can you put it
21.
up a little bit, like maybe the 20th or 21st? That would
today. Yeah,
really
baby,
be,
we gotta have the kiddo
that
for
would
sweet
be
sweet.
ideal.
Sweet week.
Here's what we've learned: don't discuss baby names with anybody else, because they
Oh, no.
fuck everybody else.
Do you guys already have one?
Yes.
7.
Sorry if
But
I'm asking a lot of questions.
Literally, you would tell someone we're thinking about this name, and they'll go, "That's terrible." And it's like, okay, well, you better hope we don't name the kid this because you're a jackass, you know. But we'll see. So we got a couple different candidates. We'll see what we go.
And
with.
one of them is terrible.
Not for sure, just because now.
Here's the problem:
All I'm
is that
saying, Barbara's a good name for a boy.
you know a lot of people with a lot of different names, and people don't want to name the kid after someone they already know.
Or like a person they don't like who has that name or something like
If
that.
they had a son and named it Barbara, it could be a little Barbaro.
Barbaro, yeah, exactly. Barbaro Burns, great name.
Give you an example.
Bruh.
Bra.
My son JD, when he was born, his mom's maiden name is Black. We were going to name him Jack Black Burns, but we couldn't because of Jack Black.
Yeah.
I remember saying at the time, this is now 17 years ago, I thought, yeah, but you know, what's the chance that this guy's going to be famous for much longer, you know? Good thing we didn't name him Jack Black because Jack Black has been very famous for a very long time. He's still around. He's still kicking. Now he's a YouTuber.
Famous YouTuber, Jack Black.
It would have been JBB. That's a pretty cool initial thing.
Oh, yeah. Now he goes by JD because his name is Jack Danger. He would have gone by, I guess, by JB,
JB.
which is interesting. JB. Isn't that a booze? That's a booze, right? The booze?
Jim
Just
Beam?
Blaze.
JB. No, it's a JNB Scotch.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the yellow label
yeah,
with
yeah.
the yeah?
Is Scotch like the last acquired taste?
I think it's after your taste buds burn out. Yeah, that you do it. I think people just like to do stuff because it's hard. You know, like it's like they do shots of tequila and stuff like that. Does anybody really like a shot of tequila?
I'm sure some people do.
Because then wouldn't there be flavors of these things in other foods?
Probably more they like the way it makes them feel, not the actual taste.
Right.
If I had to guess, I'm sure there's people who like the taste though.
But does it feel different drinking tequila, the drunk you get from that versus vodka or something else?
Are you
What's
doing
all the
shots of
whispering and thing?
vodka?
Oh, Anna's very happy over there.
It's
Yes.
ice cream.
There's ice cream. I had too much pizza and ice cream. I'm all fucked up.
I had something weird
want a
happen
beer?
in a dream the other day. Oh, you know what would be good? A beer float. Does anybody want
make-
like an ice cream beer float?
They make those.
That's real, right?
Is it real?
I thought
They make those thing Alamo,
I thought
don't
it's like
they?
a Dr. Pepper float.
They make a
Coke
Guinness float.
Yeah, but not with beer.
Guinness float at the Alamo, right? Didn't they for a long time?
That's
Am I
right. That sounds
crazy?
familiar.
Yeah, it's Guinness with a big scoop of.
Why don't you make a beer
What about a fireman's float?
Go for
Fireman's
it.
float, Gus.
Who's gonna drink it? I'll make it for someone.
Who's gonna drink it?
I made the milkshake for someone.
It's your bright idea. You drink it.
This
Yeah,
is gonna
you-
be so bad.
Do you want
Yeah.
half and half in it?
Oh man, Gavin, if you drink that, I'll be amazed. I'll be legitimately.
You're
What's the,
with
what's the price
best?
on it? What's the price on it?
Vanilla, right? Vanilla and fireman's. That's what goes.
Maybe a whole banana.
A whole banana? Because that's all you're gonna taste now.
Well, I don't want to taste ice cream and beer. That sounds gross.
Aren't you the one who suggested this? Wow, you
Get
even have the
some,
pint glass for it.
God, I've had a lot of stuff going. I got married in the time that I've been gone.
You did.
We went off to.
No wonder you were gone for so long.
Yeah, I convinced Ashley to elope with me and do a small little marriage ceremony, and then our first
Yeah.
anniversary, we're gonna do the big shebang for her.
I felt a little nervous because I was the day that Ashley posted that photo. I was like texting her about like Animal Crossing or something. We're like texting E3 stuff, and then I saw you post that wedding photo. I was like, oh shit! Like, am I bothering her while she's getting married?
Yeah. She's just at the altar, like, hold on, I gotta respond again.
Did you just Google like most photogenic place to stand in the world and
That
then
was
get
all her.
married on it?
All her.
It looked really nice.
Where was it? You said Hawaii?
Yeah, it was on the big island of Hawaii. So Hawaii,
Gotcha.
because it's one of the islands.
It's called that, or you're just describing all the different islands?
No, that island is Hawaii,
I don't think
and
I've
then there's Maui, Kauai,
see.
and Oahu.
I would think you would want to
There's a
go
few
to
more, too.
Maui to get
Is it-
Maui.
oh, those are the main ones.
Those are the big ones.
Those are what-
Molokai?
the little ones are where all the jerks are. What's that? Would you get what?
I would think you'd go to Maui to get Maui.
Very good.
That's what I would do.
The
Want to try again?
so we got married like right next to the ocean.
Why is it dissolving?
It looks horrible. It ain't actually gotta say it looks
Giving off gas.
decent, except for the fact that I know that it's beer in there.
Why is there dirt on it as well?
Dirt?
What's that dirt?
Dude,
No, that's the vanilla bean. Look at the ice cream. It's got like
Yeah,
box
there's
text in
little
it.
like things.
that the dirt is flavor is what it is. Oh god,
Drink
that's gotta be
up.
bad.
I can't get to it because it's all going to go all over my face.
No, go for it.
You could say nose.
So Gavin has a mug.
Hey, you want a beer float?
No.
You
He has a
mean
mug with a
bastard?
beer float, and it's about 3/4 of it is head, but it's like a very dense foam head, and he's trying his
He's
best
got
to
it.
drink
He's got it. I see it. It made contact.
That's not the worst thing I've ever had.
Oh, look at
Really?
you!
Oh, not bad.
Guy with the biggest gag reflex in the world.
Maybe I'm
What? The bottom of this mug is so red it freaks me out. Did you put some on the bottom?
I think
No,
that's
it's
just
just a
what it
mug.
looks like.
some cherry.
Who would do that? The bottom, look, I can see if it's tilted. The bottom of the mug is red.
Isn't that ours?
Look.
Is it ours?
Is that on merch?
Hey. All right. I'm going to go on the other side because
You don't want to make out?
Chugging it.
that's terrible. That's really, truly terrible. Wow. That's really
sweetheart.
good.
You're not gonna try it, Barbara?
Fine.
Have a swig on it.
But while we were there for this lovely ceremony, we were going to go
That's not bad.
because I was convincing Ashley to like go off. She's like, we can just wait until after. I was like, well, I'd like to get married officially before the baby. Let's why don't we go to the just down to the courthouse and do something? She goes, I'm not doing that. Because this was
Good call.
She wanted to have a wedding. So
Yeah.
we went out there. Like she had to pick, and we were gonna just go really quick, like somewhere fun, like down to Mexico, which is really close to us. But then it wouldn't count, and we'd have to go to the courthouse anyway. So then she's like,
Oh, because it's a different country.
this is where I want to do it. This is how I want to do it. I was like, okay, well,
Wait,
absolutely.
why wouldn't it count in Mexico?
It's not no reciprocation, right?
I mean, Texas has common law. You just have to say you're married.
But we would just, that is true. We just go down, and we'd have to go down to the courthouse and do it again.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, like officially register and all that. I don't think the people in wherever
So you
kind of
didn't,
Cancun would send their records along or anything
Yeah.
like
you
that.
didn't want your baby to be a little bastard.
Not a bastard anymore.
Little Jon Snow.
So we were trying to think, what would a bastard's name be in Austin?
Oh, Grackle.
What did we determine?
Taco?
Oh, in Texas, we thought the bastard name, because we're talking about Game of Thrones, the bastards are named after the region, like Jon Snow.
Sand, rivers. What's the other one?
Rivers, is that Gendry Rivers? Is that his name?
Yes.
Stone.
Stone,
Stone is one.
filth.
It usually is like whatever the big thing is there.
So
which,
what it would be in Texas or Austin specifically?
well, I said for Texas. I'm gonna pitch this one at you for the bastards of Texas.
Bastards.
Star.
Probably
Yeah, that could go
Texas Star.
Star? Yeah.
Star.
It's better than Cow.
Spur.
Like John Cow. John Spur? That's pretty cool.
John Guns.
Guns!
Trying to think
Sounds
of
like Blaine's brother. This is Blaine and John Guns. What would a British one be? T.
Gloom.
Gloom. That's actually kind of cool.
I'm Jimmy Fogg.
John Gloom.
Bob Gloom.
I like that.
That's a great name.
Canada's would be syrup.
What would it be? Couldn't be Beaver. Couldn't be.
Probably snow.
I feel
Maple.
probably snow.
Maple.
Yeah.
Maple. Yeah.
But
Ooh, that's cool.
It's on the
I
flag.
feel, yeah, I guess so. I always think of bastard names, although there's rivers. I always think of them
Hockey.
be monosyllabic.
Hockey.
Go again.
Monosyllabic.
A lot of people are saying barbecue for Texas.
Gus, can I get a judge on that? Monosyllabic?
Is it monosyllabic?
Syllabic?
Monosyllabic.
Syllable?
Are you adding syllables to the word?
Monosyllabic.
I think it's syllabic. Monosyllabic.
But you were saying monosyllabic.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
No,
you
what?
were.
Get out of here.
You fucking
Fuck you.
gaslighting us. That's how you fucking do
You know
it.
how gaslighting works, dude.
Um,
You're crazy. Other people have been saying the same thing. You're kind of crazy and you don't know how gaslighting works. I try to defend you. Gus, but other people say that.
Someone said the one for the UK would be bad teeth. Like, jeez, that's terrible.
I had something.
Moose.
Moosh.
That's a good
That's
one.
a good one for Canada.
Never seen a single moose in
I
my
had-
entire 22 years
I
of
saw.
living in
Oh, I
Canada.
saw an armadillo the other day. Smashed on the side of a road.
Oh.
It's like, that's my one for the year.
Oh.
In all the time I've lived here, I don't think I've seen an alive armadillo.
You shitting me? We see them
them
on
all
a
the
regular
time.
basis.
Really?
I think I get them on my security cameras. I'll send one to you.
They're always.
You get possums?
dead. Oh yeah, possums all the time.
Possums are the best.
No, fucking-
My-
They eat bugs and dicks.
they eat
possums-
bugs,
Sorry,
they eat
what?
bugs and dicks.
Ticks.
Okay.
That's it. I was like, nice.
Maybe I should got rid of that possum too soon.
Yeah. Should have kept it around. They eat
They,
bugs?
they
That's
also
great.
eat hammocks.
Mate, your hammock?
Hey, my hammock, man.
How do you know it was them?
They're always snooping about the hammock. And it's now in rags.
I got an outdoor couch. There's a fucking squirrel that is like nuts for one of those pillows and just tears it to shreds. And then we'll sew it back up and it comes and finds the same pillow and just tears the shit out of it. Something about it. Likes that pillow.
What are those little bugs? Are they June bugs? They're kind of like round and hard and they like kind of fly, but it looks
Are
like
they orangish?
Yeah.
The June bugs.
June
Yeah,
bugs.
they look like beetles a little bit, right?
Yeah, what are those?
My,
I think they're beetles,
are they?
aren't they?
But they
They fly?
yeah,
Why?
they fly.
They're just bugs. I don't know what's hard to figure out
My
about them.
sister used to eat those.
She ate June bugs? Really? Ducks
What?
love them.
Would she kill them and then eat them, or
She would
just
like pick them off the screen and just eat them. Yeah, it's really gross.
Why?
Now you know a little bit
I
about
didn't
me.
say dicks, I said ticks. I had food in my mouth.
You had
I'm
what in
not
your
going to
mouth?
mispronounce a monosyllabic word.
I had something weird happen to me the other day. I had a dream on Saturday night
That's so weird.
that someone had tried to break into the office. And the reason I found out was I was the last person leaving, and I went to close the door, and the door wasn't closing, and it was apparent that like someone had been using like a pry bar on it, and like the lock didn't line up anymore. I was like, that's really weird. So I was like trying to fix the door, and I woke up, and I was laying there in bed. It was kind of early. The sun was starting to rise. I remember that. And so I was laying in bed. I was like, that's a really weird dream. I wonder what that means. Fell back asleep, had some more dreams. And then in a later dream, I dreamt that I was telling Ryan about the break-in. And
Ryan Haywood?
Yeah, Ryan Haywood. So it's like
your dream story continued on
Right.
into another dream
right,
after
I had
you woke
another
up?
dream. It's like it was set in the same universe that someone had tried to break in.
Are you
The
sure
Gus
you woke up?
cinematic universe.
But see, I'm pretty sure I did.
Maybe you didn't wake up and you dreamed that you woke up.
Yeah,
Am I
because
awake now?
I've had two linked dreams, but where I thought I was awake in between, but then I woke up and I was just like, that was just one big dream.
I'm pretty sure I woke up. I'm fairly certain.
Well, maybe you were just thinking about it, so then your brain made
Have you
another
ever
dream out of it.
Have you ever rejoined where you left off in a dream?
I've never done that.
I've done that.
I've
That-
tried to.
Yeah.
Never
I've done it. Been lucky enough to do
So
it.
it's usually dreams that I don't want to rejoin. I'm just like, man, I'm here again.
Ashley has trouble sleeping now because baby like will go kick, and then just when the baby really starts kicking, she'll grab my hand and put it on her belly, and
So
she'll do it real quietly so the baby doesn't stop because he can tell when we're trying to. He doesn't want to perform. He's like, nope, this is all has to be spontaneous.
He's going to stay out of the limelight.
Yeah, he's gonna try to stay out of the limelight. And but I've noticed that she'll do it a lot of times right as I'm about to fall asleep, and she does it lately. It's been like right on the cusp of me about to fall asleep, and I know I'm about to fall asleep because my thoughts make no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like there's this weird threshold, and I think you forget about that moment of falling asleep. Like that's part of it is you then forget about it.
Right.
Like I can never remember the moment when I fell asleep. But now because she's woken me up like right at the tail end of it, I'm always like, I'm just thinking about random nonsensical bullshit. Like my brain is just like falling
That-
And
apart.
it makes perfect sense. But when
Yeah.
you come to, you're like,
What?
Wait, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
Or someone like tells you what you said in that moment. and
Oh,
you're like,
Ashley has a
what
whole-
was I talking about?
She keeps a notebook of all the dumb shit I
feel
say.
like Trevor should probably keep a notebook because I fall asleep on the couch a lot when we're watching TV, and he'll like wake me up when it's time to go to bed, and I'll be, I guess, mid dream. So I'll say things like, "No, but the airplane is at 6 o'clock."
Yep.
And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "No, we have to get there." And then like I'll fully wake up. I'm like, "What the fuck was I talking about?" But I'm convinced at that moment that whatever is going on is so important and so real.
Do you ever get aggravated with the person for not understanding
Yeah,
you? And
I'm
you're
just
like,
like, it's 6 o'clock. Like, come on.
and then you're like, what am I talking about? And there's like this weird like tale of like clarity where you're just like, no, wait, what am I talking about? Like it makes kind of sense for like a few seconds and then makes no sense.
You go
whatsoever.
from like, this makes perfect sense to, wait a second, to, to, what was I can't even remember.
Yeah. It's amazing how quickly that happens. The brain's
and it's
weird.
like, do you keep your brain in check all day? And then just the moment you shut off, your brain's like, bleh.
'Cause I'm going to do what I want. It's a brain show now.
Have you ever tried to force yourself into a dream? Like, you're like, I want to think about this as I fall asleep so I could dream.
That
about
is
it.
Between the ages of 13 and 25. Every night.
You still do
Yeah.
it.
Oh, gross.
You still do it.
Yes. Yes. Any guy, has he tried to force a dream?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have like a regular type of dream? Like something you deal with? Like the whole like in school and you're in your underwear or something like that?
With me, it's always like school starting and I have no idea where I'm supposed to be.
Dude, I still get
It's like,
get that.
what's my schedule?
Really? Is that mine's on the back end of that? Mine is like, oh shit, I've got to take a final for a class I never went to. And I remember that I had the class and I just for some reason just never went to it. And I've got to go in and take the final for it, like right now.
God, so that never goes away, does it?
It never goes away. It's like 20 years.
I never get that. I get missing flights. I'm like, oh, the flight's in 2 minutes.
I get that one too,
You're
a
flying,
lot.
You're
Yeah.
flying on the right airline these days.
Or
I've had a lot of
if,
airlines for that.
I've got a tight connection, or I'm in like an international airport I don't know, and there's like a long security line. It's all a lot of airport stress dreams.
I believe that with
And
you.
a lot of times in my dreams too, I can see out the front of the plane when I'm flying, which doesn't make any sense. Like there's like a windshield, and you can see it. And you're like, woo! And I'm like, we're flying really low. Like you fly under power lines and stuff. Like that doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dream about dying in plane crashes pretty
Oh my God.
commonly.
That's really dark.
Really?
Sometimes on a plane. Sometimes
Really?
I'm like, well, why am I on a plane? Oh, shit, I'm fine.
I've dreamt about plane crashes, but never about dying in them. It's always about crashing.
Well,
and then, like-
crashing awake.
Okay.
Oh God, I don't like this conversation.
Yeah.
My
You about to fly?
Yeah, on Friday.
are you really?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, maybe.
I know.
I don't know about you guys, but it's been crazy for me with the amount. I never have cancellations, never really have significant delays, and it's just been off the fucking charts the last 3 months.
It's insane.
For instance, going out to Hawaii for the wedding, it was 4 legs. It was Austin to LA, over to Kona is the airport over there, and then back to LA, then back to Austin. 3 out of the 4 legs were delayed more than an hour.
Wow.
And we had to spend the night on the way back in LA.
Yeah, you lost today, right?
We lost a day. Yeah.
Did one get canceled
like,
or just delayed to the point you
this
missed
was
the
just
connection?
delayed. I mean, I've had 4 or 5 cancellations in the last 2 months
Yeah.
of just like, they just like, most of the times you get on the plane, they're like, nah.
Get off.
Yeah, get off. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, somebody who works here, there's somebody, their boyfriend was on the way to China, and they were like, nope, the plane, turn it around, go back. And they had what's called a heavy landing. Do you know what that means, Gus?
They
Yeah,
said there
they
was a
were, like,
mechanical
overweight.
issue.
Because
Is that
of
what it is?
fuel?
Yeah.
They didn't dump fuel?
Normally they do. Why would they? I don't know the specifics of
They
this.
made them fly back over the ocean. They couldn't fly back over urban areas to get back to the airport. And then when they landed, they had the full like fire brigade out and everything like that. Brigade.
Were they in a rush to get down? Like normally they circle and dump
And
fuel.
they said they landed heavy.
They said it was some mechanical issue.
Okay, yeah, they.
Oh yeah, you were there when
Yeah.
she was talking about it.
They
Yeah,
might have been in a hurry to land.
yeah. But it's just been nuts.
I got really fucked over last week. That's why I missed the podcast. I was here, but I had to sleep all day.
But you weren't here.
Yeah, me and Lynn, or all 4 Ruby girls were at a convention, and me and Lindsay were on the same flight back to Austin that was supposed to leave at 3:45 from Philadelphia, get back to Austin at like 6:30. And we were super excited because we're never home on Sunday nights after conventions. We usually get home at like midnight or
No,
11:30.
because usually conventions run through Sunday. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're super excited to get home. We get an alert at like noon on Sunday saying our flight was canceled. Not delayed, just canceled. And we're like, okay, cool. So American in the app was like, we're working on rebooking you. Here's some options. And so I just rebooked myself on a 6 p.m. flight and put myself on standby for a 4:30 flight that I didn't get on. And then as I was in like talking to one of the customer service people to see if there was like another option for me, it says, oh, your 6 o'clock flight is canceled too.
Wow.
And like no other options to get home that night on American at all.
Where were you at this point?
I was still in Philadelphia. And so I said, fuck it.
Great airport, by the way.
It is a good airport. Yeah. I said, fuck it. I'm just going to book myself. There's a Delta flight that leaves at 7 that'll take me to Atlanta and then Atlanta to Austin. Get home at like midnight as well. I was like, fuck it. I'll just do that. Get on the flight on Delta. Get to Atlanta. Everything's great. The one leaving to Austin's on time. We get on that flight. We're on the airplane and the captain comes on and he's like, so there's some storms in Austin, so we're just going to circle around Corpus Christi for a little bit while we wait them out.
Wow.
Circle for about 2 hours.
Oh, I remember that night. That was bad. weather.
Yeah.
It was like lightning everywhere.
So like I'm okay not landing in a city that's really bad. And after about 2 hours of circling, he goes, well, folks, bad news. The storms don't look like they're clearing up, so we're going to have to divert to Houston.
And stay in Houston.
Because at that point, it was 2:30 a.m.
But you can drive from Houston.
But it's only
You'd
like
think you could drive from Houston.
150 miles. That's it. It's crazy. The weather's so different.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny because while we were landing in Houston, people were getting messages from people in Austin being like, oh, the storm's gone now.
I know.
Oh, cool. So we got to Houston and Lindsay wanted to go get a rental car and drive home. At that point, I was like, I'm too tired to drive and I don't feel safe on the roads right now. So
Yeah.
I booked myself a mega bus that would leave at 5 in the morning and get back to Austin at 9 a.m. And I get a text from Lindsay after an hour. She leaves to go get a rental car. She goes, every single rental car is booked.
Yeah.
Every single one. Because apparently
way,
like a ton of flights got diverted.
Also, not cheap to rent a car and drop it off somewhere else.
No. And some
where they
car
get
rental
ya.
companies don't let you do it without 24 hours notice.
Like, yeah.
You could probably still find a car outside of the airport, though, right? They're just like a standalone
Really?
rental.
Yeah, but then
Steal a
the ones
car.
they're not going to be open at that time. Like
Way
Yeah,
out of the
they're not
car
gonna
at a
be open in the
stoplight.
That's fair.
So she texted me and said there's no rental cars left. And so she buys a ticket for the megabus as well. And we Uber to a nearby hotel to where the megabus station is and just like hang out there. We're so fucking tired at this point and just get on the megabus at 5 in the morning and like instantly fall asleep. And then I got back to Austin at like 9 in the morning.
And you didn't do the podcast.
And I didn't do
How
the podcast.
dare
I
you.
think I texted you in the morning. You were probably
Yeah.
still on the bus, and I was like, "Hey, if you don't want to come in, totally understand. Just let me know."
It was just miserable because when we landed in Houston, they were like, someone from Delta is going to be there to talk to you guys to like help you figure out what to do. It was one woman and this flight was full. So it was probably like 200 people. And she's like, well, we're going to try to get you guys back on a plane tomorrow morning. The same passengers and everything. But can't guarantee that we're going to be able to find a plane.
Yeah.
Also don't know what time it would leave. And I'm like, I'm not going to hang out the airport for 10 hours in hopes of a plane arriving.
I've heard a lot of theories as to why all this is going on. Gus, do you think it's the planes they took out of circulation?
I think it's a combination of that.
Just cascading?
That definitely hurts overall capacity. But I think
Delta having their issues.
But that was weather.
That was weather issue, yeah.
But it seems like there's more weather stuff as well. Like,
oh yeah, there's definitely.
I'm constantly told it's weather, and it's.
I think that's the starting effects of climate change. We're really starting.
Do you
to
really
see...
think? Okay, that's what I was kind of getting at here.
I like that climate change is now directly affecting the stuff that's causing climate change.
Oh, that's true.
Like because of flying, all the jet fuel burning in the atmosphere and all that stuff, that's really negatively affecting the environment, and that's the reason it's more difficult to fly.
And I like a solution is to circle for 2 hours.
Yeah,
we're gonna.
It's like
fuck
the
you,
Earth.
storm.
The Earth is just like, well, you brought this upon yourselves.
I also, is there an airport in San Antonio?
Yeah.
I don't know why they just couldn't go there.
SAT.
I think
Might
San
not be
Antonio's a
long
lot
enough.
closer to Austin.
So the
and
storms
the
are probably
storms
bad
would
there.
probably would have. Yeah.
Because that was another thing that was terrible is there's also storms in Houston. And so the landing, I was like, I'm gonna die.
Plus,
If I was San
bet-
Antonio as a city, I would feel very disrespected. Oh, just overall.
I bet the Houston airport's bigger. I'm sure Delta had a bigger support staff, like to refuel, like more fuel and
Yeah,
more
probably.
storage for that plane.
Where's
yeah.
San Antonio now? Population 8,
It's like think around there.
8th largest city in the nation.
Still
nobody,
sucks.
Nobody ever fucking talks about it.
Yeah, well, it's a shithole.
And even like there's like this shitty little town up the road, Austin. People talk about that way more than they talk about San Antonio. San Antonio's this massive metroplex, and it's got a huge airport and everything. Nah.
Let's see, San Antonio.
Got Dallas, got Houston, you got Austin.
I think even the Austin airport's better than the San Antonio
It
airport.
probably is.
There-
Yeah.
San Antonio population's 1.5 million.
Damn.
Austin
We should just
population,
all stop flying.
950,000.
That'd be great.
So more.
They got yes, they got half 500,000 on it.
What if there was a time where it was like, okay, the between these months, no planes can fly.
Yeah,
I can see that happening one day.
I can too.
Or like just a giant limit. I feel like right now we're in the age of convenience, and it's all going to go away.
Well,
Uh-huh.
I mean, what'll happen is if you really want that convenience, you let the market take over and you really put a crazy price tag on it.
A
Right,
bigger
where-
price tag.
Right,
than
where
it
you're
is.
really paying to offset any damage you're doing. And then
Yeah,
you
it's like-
also you reduce the number of travelers through market manipulation. I think.
It's just unfortunate
Catapults. That's what I
that
think.
for work we
Launch
have
people.
to fly for work, and it's like you're just making just massive carbon footprint on the planet. And
Absolutely.
it's for work, so it's like I don't even want to take any of these flights,
Mm-hmm.
and it is hard to offset that. Like how much does it cost to offset like 100,000 miles of travel?
I don't know. And I mean, there's other things too. Like you're flying at that altitude with, that direct exposure to a lot of radiation and
I should
everything else.
take my Geiger counter with me.
You should. I was always said it's like if that was a problem, if that was a decent amount of radiation you're receiving when you're up there, we would hear about flight attendants having problems first. A study just came out that flight attendants have a much higher incidence of cancer and wrestling. Oh shit!
Oh no.
Yikes! Yeah. So
What's the equivalent? It's like a New York to LA cross-country flight is the equivalent of a chest X-ray.
yeah, wasn't it in Chernobyl they had that scene where they said the same thing,
Oh, my
but it was a
God.
chest ray like every 2 minutes, 24 hours a day.
There are
Right.
some people who commute to New York from London. Like every week they'll do that flight.
God.
Oh yeah, there's people who
There's
like.
got to be more health issues they just haven't discovered yet from flying.
Yeah.
I would
Like
imagine.
a lack of pressure.
I would just think it'd be bad for your brain.
I get headaches after
Oxygen.
flying now.
There's circulation. They have the what's
Yeah.
the deep vein thrombosis.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Jack get that?
I think no. Every time this comes up, we think Jack got it, but he got something else and
He
thought
got
it
like
was that.
sticky goo leg or whatever.
Yeah, like blood clot. Shit.
That's so much worse.
Yeah. it
Blood
is.
clot shit.
Well, I don't know. His leg was all mushy. for a
Yeah.
while.
Oh yeah, I forgot about.
Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I experienced that at all.
Maybe you wiped it from your memory.
I heard a crazy stat that we had kind of like a little tour while we were in Hawaii, and it was really cool because it's like that's one of the places that's active lava. There's no active lava right now, but I mean active in a geological sense. Is that there was lava there? I think-
Within the next 5 million years, it might move.
No, last year they had an eruption. And so we actually got to see one of the craters, and those things are just fucking massive, and they go down. It's like things all sulfur and everything coming out. Can't speak today. My first time back on the podcast.
Monosilala.
I thought about you though. This would drive you insane. So we could see, once you get up high enough, you can see these massive lava flows. It's just like, it erupts and it's going to go this direction. And it can be like half a mile wide in some cases. And it just flows until it hits the ocean. And then it just starts making new island is what it's doing. But in the meantime, it just turns everything between the volcano and the sea into a big lava field when it cools. Just black lava rock. And over time, then I guess that breaks down and becomes soil. But it takes a long time for that to happen. So you just have these places where it's just like flowing, now solid rock, like a sheet of it. And we said, you know, to the person, is like, were there houses? I go, yeah, because you can see there's houses right there. I said, so are people just like, this is something they accept on the island? They just have insurance for it? He goes, yeah, they have insurance and they build somewhere else. And I said, yeah, wow. Okay, that's got to be crazy, but I guess it's just kind of a fact of life here. He goes, yeah, the real problem is they still own the land. It's under the lava. So the state of Hawaii still charges them property tax.
Awesome.
Can you imagine that?
And you can't sell it.
You can't sell it. Who's going to buy it?
Oh my God.
Because it's like in the middle of a fucking lava field.
Some good Samaritan should go over there and buy up all that lava land and just open.
Some investor who's got like $1 million year investment strategy.
What you can do is, if that's your land, you're entitled to pre-purchase new land when the lava when it hits the ocean.
It's yours.
Yeah, you'll have some beachfront property in 25 million years.
Holy cow, that's crazy, man. But I get it. It seems like something that's like, oh, of course, if they still own the land, so somebody has to pay the taxes on it. Could you imagine?
Make the lava pay. The lava owns the land at that point.
And I would like to know if somebody lives in the state of Hawaii. I would like to know if that's really true.
What is lava proof? Like if you built a house out of X to withstand lava flow.
Adamantium.
Volcano.
Unobtainium.
I don't know. There is. I mean, what has a higher melting point than
a volcano holds lava in?
It's what the Earth is made out of.
What about tungsten?
Oh, what about the space shuttle heat tiles?
But they don't fly through lava. Why would
where would it dissipate the heat to? If you're just surrounded by lava,
the heat sink.
I saw an amazing photo of a house. I want to say it was in California or somewhere where they had a wildfire, and the guy was forced to evacuate, and. Like, sometimes the simplest solution to a problem is the best. He came back and everything was burned down around his house, and his house was perfectly fine, green lawn and everything, because right before he left, he just turned on his sprinklers. That's what they credit for. You can look up this photo, Eric, and see if you can find it. Look up wildfire. Guy turns on
as well.
Guy turns on his sprinklers. I know they need the water for to fight the fire.
Like, gotta keep the lawn green.
So,
well, no, it's not why he did it.
No, I know.
Save his house.
Lava coming out of Kilauea
Come get more ice cream.
is about 2,140 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wait,
How much? How much?
2,140 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's a lot of
Stop
Fahrenheit.
doing Fahrenheit. No one speaks Fahrenheit.
Everybody does. Shut up.
1,170 degrees Celsius.
Damn.
Space shuttle tiles get up to 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. So like the same temperature.
They should make a movie about this and call it Lava Land.
So you can build a house out of space shuttle tiles and it will survive. I'm just ignoring that.
You think that's how they test them? They got to go for the hottest thing on Earth.
God, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God.
That's
Come
it.
on.
The dude turned on his sprinklers.
I mean, I don't mean to be laughing at this.
Where, Eric, does it say where that was?
I'm pretty sure it was San Diego, North County.
San Diego, they had a wildfire?
Are you serious?
I know they had one in LA, Southern California. I think it's San Diego's this nice little
dude, there's wildfires like crazy back home, man.
Really, man?
Nuts.
Yeah, that's where Eric's from.
Is Bernie wearing overalls? No, my shirt is a different color than my pants. Chad is asking if I'm wearing overalls. What? Chat says, is Bernie wearing overalls?
Dubsy, Wubsy.
It's because the back of your thing there looks from afar like the same color as your pants.
No, it's it's the iPad.
Yeah, if you hold your hands like this,
Oh,
Bernie.
I see. Is that what it is?
Yes.
It's this?
Go like
I got
this.
my bib. I got it. Okay.
Like, if you just go like this with it still in there and like go back out to the wide.
What do I have to do to make this work for you?
There you
Bubsy?
go. Now it looks like overalls. Yeah.
Why do you?
Y'all are idiots.
Where are those trousers?
Why
from?
did they come back to the stupid podcast?
Let me read this.
I was out. I was out.
I want to remind everyone.
Free and clear.
This episode of the Receipt Podcast is also brought to you. So we were talking about.
Got some mixed messages there.
What?
Order food, bring it to your house. Then it's like, now make your food yourself.
You're
They bring
going
home.
to do everything every day.
Multiple
you have
options now.
Options.
You're gaslighting the audience. You got to make up your mind.
Did you see? We were talking about airports. Did you see that video of the guy who went to the North Korean airport and he was the only person in the airport?
No.
Like
No.
he showed up to the airport and the airport was locked
Why did he go there?
because he was like visiting North Korea, and he was there. Like, he shows up to the airport for his flight with his handlers, and like they can't get into the airport because the doors are locked.
So he's there like knocking on the door.
Right, so they're like trying to get into the airport, and then eventually they find a door that's open. They go in, and it's like he says that his handlers leave him there because there's nobody in the airport.
Why would there be? Because they're not going to let him leave.
Yeah, he said there's 2 flights a day. There's a flight at 10:30 a.m. and a flight at 10:30 p.m. And he was there for the 10:30 a.m. flight, and it was literally just him walking around. It looks like a very modern, brand new airport.
Oh yeah,
by himself.
So how early did he get there?
I think he said they were there 2 or 3 hours before the flight.
Oh God.
And then eventually people start showing up, and then he's walking around, and he points out, he's like, he said, I'm kind of hungry, and so I started looking for a place to eat, and there's no food in this airport. Like,
it's like a bus
There's
stop.
like no establishments.
There's no
Well,
restaurants.
probably
Like,
because they don't want to staff it.
he found like a convenience store that sells like whole fish wrapped up in plastic. He's like, I don't want to eat
That's
that.
my favorite. Can you imagine some motherfucker brought a whole fish on a plane and sat down next to you?
Just started tucking into sashimi.
All he could find was coffee. So he had like a cup of coffee.
I assumed cooked fish.
Yes, it looked like it was steamed maybe.
Okay. Just imagining like just a giant raw fish.
That'd be such a good. I think we should do the fish video on a plane. You should you should pull a fish out of your backpack.
Get a newspaper, like unwrap it.
It look like fish and chips from like a chippy in England, but it's just a big cooked whole fish.
A big raw fish. They probably wouldn't let you on the plane with raw fish, right?
Oh my God. It's literally.
What do you mean they wouldn't let you on a plane? It's not a laptop. What do you mean? It's not like
I just
lithium
love the idea
batteries.
of you going through the X-ray. The guys look at the monitor. It's you and then this fish skeleton. Like out of a cartoon. Your bag goes through. It's just like, they didn't train me for this.
I think you would get questioned. I think you would be like,
That was one of the illegal things in the UK. You were here for that one, right?
a whole fish?
Handling a salmon in a suspicious manner.
No, what?
That's illegal in England.
You can't suspiciously pick up a salmon?
You cannot handle a salmon in a suspicious manner. There was a guy who made a video.
Like you're gonna fuck it? Or what's a suspicious manner?
It's open interpretation. There's a guy who made a video that was just like breaking old archaic laws in England, and that was one of them. Another one was you cannot wear a suit of armor in a parliament or you'll be beheaded. So
Yeah,
That's
bring a
that
gun.
along with the
Back in the old days, right?
right.
Like your policeman has to give you a hat to piss in if you're pregnant or something.
Yeah, he did talk about that one.
That's what I've heard. That one.
Yeah,
You know what's illegal
the
in
Bobby's
Texas?
hard hat. Yeah.
Have you? This reminds me. Have any of you watched Border Security on Netflix?
Border security?
Border Security.
Oh, border. No.
It basically covers border patrol agents or border security agents
Bar.
in different U.S. cities. So there's like I think
Really?
it's like the JFK airport, the like Drive border crossing in Detroit, and like 2 or 3 other places. And it's fascinating. Gus, you would love this
I just
show.
wonder how they can make
I
these
lived
television
that show
shows.
for
Yeah.
Have you
You would
seen the
love
show
it.
about people who just keep stuff? It's called Horror.
Harder. Fuck you guys. Border.
I went to a restaurant, some food.
Was it monosyllabic?
Monosyllabic.
Yeah, Bernie, was it?
That's the word I'm
I'm
saying.
helping you out here, Barbara. You
Monosyllabic.
gotta punch back.
How are you saying it now?
Monosyllabic.
Why are you saying it
Why are
in
you
the
adding
other
another
way?
law?
I'm not.
La
Monosyllabic.
la 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 la.
And now how is it in the dictionary?
What does that mean? I'm thinking like it's in the dictionary. You think I'm just making up a word?
Yes.
It's like 180 on what you were doing earlier.
Gaslighting. Monosyllabic.
Hey,
I
let's
just
see.
looked it up.
Mono.
How do you pronounce the capital of North Korea? You want to? I know you know. Want to go? Want to go? Anybody? Is it Pyongyang?
Yes.
Is that guy right?
Yeah.
All right. Look at me. Pyongyang.
Yang.
What's the
Yang.
capital
You
of,
think you'd know that because of Yang?
capital of Ukraine?
I have no clue.
I do.
Irkutsk.
I crane.
Kiev.
Is it? Sweet.
Yeah.
Well done.
Is that where Kiev is?
It is. Home of chicken Kiev.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Did it really come from there?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
No fucking idea.
Chernobyl was good, wasn't it? I just watched it.
The show?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
One more
what?
episode left.
What'd you say?
I have one more episode left.
Oh.
Oh, where you turn out it was all a dream? Spoiler.
They destroy the world in the end. It's a really, really, really great miniseries. And I wish there was more miniseries.
I did think episode 4 was a waste of time.
I can't remember what happens in episode 4. Is that the dog one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not a waste of
We have
time.
to-
That
we have to
really
fast
drew in a lot
forward.
of people.
We had to fast forward through a lot of that.
You fast forwarded?
It was hard to watch the dog stuff.
Is it because the
Was it hard
dog
to
or
watch
because the
people's
people?
skin melt off?
The people I'm fine with.
Watching them turn to ghouls?
But I think this is how most people
Dogs
feel.
getting hurt or killed, I'm out.
But at
It's
least-
kind of weird though, right?
Yeah.
That we like care more
I
about
think it's-
dogs.
But at least that one guy, is like, don't let them suffer. I don't want to see you doing that. Like he was very specific about,
Yeah.
it's don't
the
let
guy
any
from
undue
Way
pain.
Out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Westworld. That guy has the best nose on television.
He's
Nose goals.
I spotted
goals.
him again. I spotted him when he was in Westworld and called it like immediately who he was because I just played. It's A Way Out, no Way Out.
Oh, way out.
A Way Out. Yeah. And then he shows up in Chernobyl. I was like, that's him. And I was just like, it's not him. I go, I swear that's him.
The funny thing is Michael and I played A Way Out, and we were just laughing at the character model, like, who looks like that?
Right.
And it's actually based on that guy with
100%.
a massive nose.
Which is why he's so memorable when you like see him like on screen as himself. You're like, oh, absolutely. I know who that is. That game, I liked that. It was a fun experience. I didn't like the way it ended. Because I wouldn't have ended it that way. Like just the way the story played out. It was definitely different. It was a high emotional ending.
Stuff doesn't end great a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Ending's hard.
Although
I think you should work backwards
Chernobyl,
from
I thought-
amazing
It's
end.
because everyone has their own expectations.
I saw Blaine ranting about the end of Neon Genesis Evangelion
Evangelion, yeah.
the other day. I think he had been warned about the end of that show.
Oh, really?
Is it bad ending?
A lot of people
Very
are
controversial ending.
recommending Good Omens for another miniseries.
Oh, Ashley, Good Omens. You
Good
excited
Omens.
about that?
Did you guys start watching it?
No, she's a big fan.
Yeah.
I binged it.
Oh shit.
You already watched it?
Yeah, after you can watch it.
You watched it. You kept that quiet.
How many episodes
She
is
does
it?
this. This is
You
something
were
she
gone.
does. We're married now. You can't do this. Then Netflix. Did you watch it on my account, or did you watch it on your account?
It's Amazon.
It's Amazon. You're
Oh,
getting
that's
it
right.
confused with the fact that Netflix canceled it.
Oh yeah. There was a petition that apparently
I never said Netflix. You
a
said
group
that.
of Christians started, I think, to get Netflix to cancel Good Omens, even though it's an Amazon Prime show. And so I think Netflix was like, "We'll cancel Good Omens if Amazon cancels
That's so.
Stranger Things."
That
Yeah.
is so modern, like modern outrage, and they can't even like direct their outrage in the right place.
Yeah.
I saw the greatest clip, which I'm sure you guys have maybe even talked about. I don't think the RT podcast has been out since this happened, but off topic, I think definitely has. Did you see the clip of the Australian morning show where he asked the classroom full of kids,
Oh,
"Do you know
yeah.
somebody famous?"
God, yeah.
And it looks like there's a little bit of a cut there, and he goes to one kid, and the kid goes, "Laser beam," and
Oh yeah.
the host goes, "I've never heard of him. It can't be that
that
famous." And he goes away, which is really fucking funny. And I'm glad that Landon retweeted it. God, it's really amazing. But the more I thought about it, who talks to a kid like that on national TV?
Yeah.
What
Laser
a
beam.
fucking dick.
How famous is that guy? Is Landon like 1,000 times more famous than that guy?
Easily. That's modern media. It's the dude like who's on TV. So he's like, hey, tell me somebody famous. You're a famous YouTuber. Whatever. Meanwhile, his industry is burning down around him.
Every child in every school knows who Landon is, and then they're like, this chump shows up with a microphone. They're like,
Yeah.
who's this dude with the TV
I hate
cameras?
the idea that people have where if they've never heard of this person, they can't possibly be famous.
They can't be that famous. That's
Yeah.
literally what
my
the guy
personal
said.
worldview.
But also, it's like, doesn't matter what the question is. You're posing a question to kids on national TV. It's like, who can name a dinosaur? Here, how about you? Woolly mammoth. I said dinosaur.
Idiot.
Fucking moron.
And not even to him, just as he's walking away, like, dumbass.
That's what Tony had. That kid was probably like, oh shit. We gotta find that kid and just like send him every piece of merchandise in the world. It's
Yeah.
awesome that Landon like tweeted it because at least the kid probably got some good feelings out of that.
Hope so.
But that's shitty. I mean, imagine when you're like a little kid like
Yeah,
that.
that scars you. Like for years, he's gonna be thinking about
He's on
that.
TV. Well, maybe not anymore. Maybe Landon saved it for him. But God, what a dick, dude. What an absolute dick. What was that teacher to grab that mic and shoved it up his ass?
No, you know that teacher's sick of hearing about laser beam. That teacher's like, good. Put those kids in their place.
Have him do the
They
fucking
just start
sick of laser
flossing.
beam.
have him do the stupid dance.
Oh my god.
Weird generation.
Did you all read that story the other day about that guy in? There was a police report out of Alabama where a man kept an attack squirrel in his apartment
Hell yeah.
and fed it meth so that it would just like be crazy and attack people. So police showed up to like arrest the guy because it's illegal to have a pet squirrel.
How
I
did
guess.
they know he had him?
I guess I think he'd been posting about it on social media, but they couldn't drug test the squirrel. Like they had no way of knowing whether or not it was on meth, so they just let it go outside. So somewhere in Alabama, there's probably this squirrel going through meth withdrawal.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
It is interesting how stuff affects animals like it affects people. Like how many animals out there just like don't see well?
Right.
Oh, like they need glasses.
How many animals need glasses and no one's?
Or like how many things in history died of a broken arm?
Right.
Because if your arm broke, that'd be horrible. It's like if there's no way to fix it. Like even people, if you're caveman, you don't know how to set an arm or get it to heal properly. It's like, oh yeah, I broke my arm. Now it's literally broken for the rest of my life. Just because
Has there ever been a blind fly?
Probably.
Or if like they start to like lose like parts of the little hexagons or whatever they have their eye, they like lose some of them.
It's nearsighted.
I recently read that birds can see the magnetic field of the Earth.
Well, we can see it sometimes, right?
I guess we can see the aurora borealis.
That's not magnetic, though, is it? It's like not the magnetic. Oh.
It is. I thought it's. Why do you only see the poles?
I've always thought it was magnetic as well.
I don't know.
That's what causes it. I don't know if you're not seeing. You're seeing the the impact of the magnetic field.
The magnetic field is surprising in what it looks like to me. Like everything else just seems to like circle the Earth. The fact that the magnetic field is like two handles around the Earth is funny. It's not that funny, but it's just like I wasn't expecting it as a kid.
Like if we had another sense,
oh no,
that would be it, right? Like the sense of magnetism, being able to feel magnetic fields.
Well, you could
if you had another sense. Right? Why not just say you have that sense and just call it a sense?
If you had that sense, okay. Fucking don't gaslight me over there.
I'm not.
I'm not fighting with you, dude.
I know what you're trying to do over there. You're bringing up senses. I know what you're trying to do. I see it. I've been away for a while, and you get upset, maybe jealous that I got married or something like that. And now you're like making little catty comments.
Too, dude.
No, he was jealous he didn't get to marry you.
That's what it is.
No, I don't want that. That's fine.
What sense would you want?
How many couples have you married?
I don't know, like 8 or 9.
Damn.
I'm not flying him to Hawaii. I didn't fly. Ashley, that was enough.
You had to fly, Ashley.
we flew her mom and dad in. So that was it.
Aw,
and then
that's sweet.
JD was on a trip already, like a camp thing that he couldn't get out of. And for reasons I can't explain, I'll be able to explain it in about 2 weeks. I had a thing going on at the end of May that dates were fucking moving around on it and all this stuff. And we were secretly trying to plan this date and it kept like moving and Ashley was being very patient. She was being very patient the entire time.
You were also being very understanding of the shifting date. You were like, I'll see what I could do. And everyone's like, yeah, great. You see what you could do. And then you told everyone why you wanted to not move it. And everyone was like, you shouldn't move that.
Yeah, I know. But it was like one of these things. It was. I'll be able to better explain it at RTX.
Yes.
I'll say that.
It was a joy of travel.
A bunch of things.
Yeah, there'll be a whole episode of the travel for that thing.
I'm very excited for all the things we're announcing at RTX.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Especially that thing because we got to hear a little thing about it today.
We had the all hands meeting today.
Yes.
And the team of RTX events got up and they said, hey, don't forget RTX in 2 weeks. And everybody goes, yeah. Like realizing it's like 2 weeks.
10 days.
10 days. So much stuff to do.
It'll be great.
And you can come see it all at rtxevent.com. You can buy a ticket.
Where you can see people like us going, oh.
So who is this in chat? Chiron723 said we should rename it Gaslighting.
You should, because you should do it.
Why don't we turn on a light?
Name it after the person who does it.
Dan Terra said we should call this episode "Don't Gaslight Me, Bro."
It's a good one.
Eric, write it down.
Listen, that Toblerone thing is the real deal, man.
It's doing absolutely nothing.
Gaslighting.
It's the real deal.
It does nothing. It's almost like we have bigger lights overpowering.
It's kind of impressive how much that takes away from that, though.
Gaslighting.
Oh, there you kind of see it. All right, get the hell out of here.
You ever talk about Chernobyl and like it's weird the impact that things have on other things? Might have mentioned this the first time we talked about Chernobyl many moons ago, but read this article about how animals are thriving in the exclusion zone because there's no humans there. Like literally, humans are worse than radioactive fallout. That's how bad humans are for everything else on the planet. It's like when you take the humans out, Doesn't matter what else is there, it's still better for animals.
I heard something about, I think it was you, Gus, who mentioned this, how influencers wanted to go to Chernobyl to take pictures.
We definitely talked about that.
But surely that couldn't have happened.
No, you can get on tours to go.
They're not legal tours, surely.
No, there's absolutely legal tours. It's quote unquote safe ever since 2011 to go.
It isn't.
I think the only precaution you have to take is you have to leave your shoes there and you can't touch anything.
Then it's not safe. That's the opposite of safe.
It was like when we filmed over at that shitty building over there where they were like, if there's a pile of shit on the floor, don't disturb it.
You know what?
Same
Yeah,
thing.
but that's not like, oh, this will give you cancer or make your
That would.
I was trying to get Blaine to drink it.
You talking about that was bar none the stupidest thing I'd ever seen anyone in the history of this company try to do. Was we were in like an abandoned warehouse, essentially is what it is. And Blaine found a jar of pickles, but no pickles in it, just pickle juice. So it was a jar of yellow fluid.
It was
in an
absolutely homeless piss.
It absolutely was. It was.
Why would a homeless person piss in a jar? They just piss on the ground. That's what I don't
There's a
get.
jar there.
Who's in an abandoned warehouse and finishes their pickles and then puts it away neatly and sets it there? And
Either scenario doesn't make sense. I just want to point that out.
He was going to drink it. Again, you were going to pay him one of your astronomically stupid bets, and he was going to take it.
I don't even think
He was
going to
do it.
That was when I got worried. That's when I was like, well, if you
I stepped in and said, you can't.
That's when I was like, oh, if you do it for 200, you do it for $2,000. I mean, wait, the other way. 2,000, you do it for 200. Because I was trying to get it down.
You're a terrible negotiator.
But I think he was going to do it. And then you had to stop him.
That's, by the way, Gavin has two moves that he does, which is he introduces shit, and then it confuses other people, and then he makes fun of them for being confused when it had nothing to do with his fucking thing to begin with. The other thing he does is he throws out these numbers on bets, like, drink the pickle juice, pay $1,000. I'm like, I'll do it for $1,000, like $500. And it's like, you don't get to go down. you always
if I'm fronting the money, which I don't want to pay, because I don't really want to watch anyone do that, you just find out the price. But, you know, if you'll do something for $1,000, you do it for 900.
But you move up, you don't come down.
What's the biggest bet you've made that you've had to pay someone to do?
That's a good question.
200.
Was it Michael doing the barbecue sauce? No, surely it could have been something bigger than that.
I don't know. I feel like I've done 200 before.
I found a private tour of Chernobyl. You enjoy an all-inclusive full-day tour to Chernobyl with a private guide. Provided private transportation takes you from your Kiev hotel to Chernobyl and Kopachi village. Stay for a complimentary
Cancer.
Ukrainian lunch. Then continue on to Pripyat. Follow your guide through haunting sites seemingly frozen in time, including a department store, amusement park, radar station.
Cancer.
Blah, 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 blah. $102.
$102.
Yeah.
Why the two? Why
Tax.
What's sad is that all those people left their homes thinking it'd be like, oh, we'll be back in a few weeks. Never went back. Was never safe. And then a bunch of people just stole all their shit.
Right.
People looted. But then it's like, enjoy all the cancer you'll get nicking that stuff. And if you keep it, enjoy the cancer that it'll give you over time.
What if they ended up selling it? Like, that's one of the things I wondered when I got that Geiger counter.
If it was like
what-
introduced into society in other places.
Right. What if like someone had jewelry, they melted it down, made a new piece of jewelry. It's like now you've got like a radioactive piece of gold because someone stole something from Pripyat.
God, there's just so many bits in Chernobyl where it's like when that guy's holding the piece of graphite.
See, that's the difference between people and animals, though, is I feel like a lot of people are like, you idiot, don't pick that up. Even though there's no way that guy could know not to pick up that piece of graphite.
Right.
Well, also, it's
Because it
But when
wasn't,
they see
it
dogs,
wasn't there.
they're like, oh, poor dog.
Impossible.
It wasn't there.
Oh, poor
and also,
dog.
if you're not educated,
Poor dog.
radiation is the hardest thing to get your head around.
100%.
It's invisible. It just ruins you from the core, and it's completely invisible.
It's like electricity that can walk around, is what it is. It can go anywhere. It's like if you gave electricity a car, that's what it is.
It's so difficult to try to wrap your head around. I thought they did a good job in the show of like trying to explain the danger, especially early on when that one scientist says like
Bullets?
it's like 100 million billion trillion bullets have been fired into the air and are now all about to fall down
Right.
everywhere around us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading an interesting because I think this show number one makes you want to find out more about radiation and like other things that have happened and what happened at Chernobyl. But I was reading about a guy who he basically was very close to nuclear. It was radioactivity. It ruined him, but he didn't die. It wasn't like one of the first waves to die. He lived for a bit. But what it did to his body is that it ruined his chromosomes and DNA, so they couldn't make new cells. And then he had a transplant of some white blood cells, I think, that like fixed the decay. But because he wasn't making any new cells, it just meant that he was on a finite body.
Wow.
He just couldn't make any more of himself, and that was it. Like, he didn't have an immune system, and he wouldn't make any new cells. He was just like running down a body that doesn't regenerate. And that'd be so weird. Just be like, well, I can't make any more of this.
Right. So if you get a cut, you can't.
Yeah, it won't heal, and you won't ever regenerate anything.
The worst superpower ever.
Yeah, and your body decays.
Did his hair stop growing?
I don't know.
Interesting.
It's dead cells.
Right, but
it is a process by which it makes.
There was a live cell at one point, right?
A keratin cell, right? No.
Right.
It's just so terrifying that, like, relying on your body just replicating itself. And
You take it for granted. You wouldn't think like.
And then if someone's just like, you don't do that anymore, you're just like, oh my god, I feel great now, but like, what am I gonna feel like in a week?
It's like all of a sudden losing, like, if you had health insurance your whole life and then not having it, you're like, I need to be very careful
and
of
when you
everything.
look at the age of everything in your body, the skin is the newest thing typically. So his skin just stopped growing.
Yeah.
And his skin just fell off.
Yeah.
It's like when that happens, like you will never feel as good as you do right now.
Yeah.
Like you will only feel worse from this point on.
Yeah.
Which you already, that's life to begin with, but it's on a
Pretty
much more
much.
accelerated scale.
Well, like as you get older, you stop developing collagen as much, right?
Is that why you're no longer stretchy?
Yeah, that's why like things start to sag. I don't know. I don't think it's you'd stop developing it completely or just like it slows down.
You're shitty at making it.
Yeah.
Here, let me read this thing. Remind everyone, this episode of the Rooster Teeth podcast is also brought to you by. Did you see that video that Simone Gertz put out?
The Tesla?
Oh, the Tesla pickup one.
She converted a Tesla Model 3 into a pickup.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
pretty
awesome.
cool, man.
She's the girl who had the brain tumor, right?
Yep.
Maker of
Wow.
many shitty
She's
robots.
So badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Super cool video. Like, I guess, Tesla's unveiling a truck at some point later this year. So
Oh,
she
really?
took it upon herself to convert her own Model 3 into a
Tesla pissed.
I'm sure they love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
That's
a
super cool idea.
There was a weird coincidence with that where I had a couple of weird coincidences just recently, but this is one a while ago where the Simone Gertz, I think it's Yurts, right?
Is it?
I sent
it's
Gavin
Gertz.
because Gavin and I don't know, we met her, we've been at events with her before for sure, and I thought Gavin might know her. And like a week before, I sent him a photo of her. It was like a portrait that was done. I go, does one of her eyes look like it's different now? Something seems different about it. And do you remember this that I sent it to you? And like literally a few days later, she announced, people were commenting that in my last video that my eye looks swollen or something like that.
And that's when she announced that she had.
Yeah, then she had a brain tumor. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What'd she name it? She went back in a second time. She went in for
Didn't
surgery.
she put some of it at the North Pole or something
Is that what
funny?
she did? Yeah. God, man, she has like just such an incredible
That's
attitude.
Insane.
Or was it North Pole or Antarctica or something?
But I had a really weird thing that happened to me. I went to Chicago, where the Second City Improv Theater is, and went to Second City, and they have a thing called Harold Ramis Film School there. It's relatively new compared to Second City, but like you walk down those halls, and like all the pictures on the wall, it's so fucking crazy. It's like Bill Murray and John Belushi and Tina Fey and Jason Sudeikis and Steve Carell, like all these people that have been through that Second City Theater in Chicago, and I spoke for, it was a long time. They call it a master class. Don't make fun of me for that. I didn't name it that. So it was like 2 hours, then we did a lunch break, and then another 2 hours after that, just like long discussions about media and all this other stuff. And at the end of it, there's a guy who I don't think really knew much about Rooster Teeth beforehand. He walked up to me and said, yeah, because your stuff's crazy. It's like cool to see how things can change, because I think the people who spoke before me, one of them was Eugene Levy, and then another one was Judd Apatow. So glad they finally got somebody legitimate, like a web influencer like me, to come in and like really shore up their program for them.
Oh, there's you.
But he, that's it. And that's the hallway. But we actually went inside of rooms.
What's this say on the floor?
I don't think it says anything.
Oh.
This is like a kind of like this, like kind of like a warehouse aesthetic to
Okay.
it, because it's a theater. But this guy at the end of it walks up to me, hands me a folded up piece of paper, and says, the whole time you were talking, it was the guy who said, like your stuff, it's crazy what you can do with media these days. Because, and the whole time you were talking about like getting started and like your video games and all that stuff, there's a playwright, I think you would really like her work. And he hands me this folded up piece of paper. I opened it up. It was my prom date in high school. She's a playwright, and he had just like written down her name and handed it to me. And I was like, are you messing with me? He's like, why? What? And he like kind of got like worried that he offended me. And I was like, I know her. She's like one of my best friends in high school.
Why are you doing this?
Because I'm holding a piece of paper. I'm holding a piece of paper.
I thought you were flashback from prom night.
Are you fucking threatening me? This is me holding a piece of paper up. Like this
That's the thumbnail. Are you threatening me?
See, I'm looking at it and I say, because. Is that better?
No, I remember my prom date.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You made it weird now. You made it weird now.
You made it weird.
No,
Don't you gaslight us?
Dude, look at you.
They made it weird.
He's gaslighting.
I knew what you were doing.
He's like he's on this trip where he's trying to do it. Gus, people have been saying that about you. If you really think about it, was that true that I said gaslighting first, or have you been saying it this whole time? If you think about it.
Why are you guys so good at gaslighting?
We've known each other a long time.
Yeah. I know, but that's a crazy coincidence.
That is crazy.
Crazy coincidence that would happen. So, and I wrote her about it and told her the whole funny story, and she didn't write me back. So, it's been a week now. So
she's just sitting there like,
excited for RTX? What are you most excited about at RTX?
Showing the stuff.
Yeah,
I like. It's nice making videos and putting it on the internet, and then hearing silence and comments. But to have a room full of people watch stuff is great.
Yeah,
I love that every year.
In-person reaction is amazing.
Great for comedy stuff. Yeah. It really is, because then you hear people laugh. You don't get to hear that when you put out a video. Or
action stuff too, and hearing people like react.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I'm curious, do you get that? Like, have you ever shown a slow-mo guys video in front of a live audience?
Yes.
And do you show the entire thing, or do you just show the bits?
I've shown like cut downs,
snippets,
and people like have that reaction.
Oh my god! Ooh, I haven't seen that. I had to go to like some kind of talk where you do
lots
that.
of oohs and ahs.
Yeah.
to show outtakes, failed attempts.
Put out a new one today.
Yeah, the
giant balloon
inside the giant balloon.
Yep.
So many.
Is it giant balloon June still?
One video, yeah, sure. There's a reason to do it.
Giant balloon.
Yeah, it's figured out a way to film inside the balloon, so I just had a long lens poked in the hole. It was really difficult to make, actually. What?
Long lens poked in the hole.
I'm really excited for the Rooster Teeth panel. We haven't really done a Rooster Teeth panel at RTX.
No,
before.
you've never done one before.
Yeah.
What's a Rooster Teeth panel?
That's a good question.
Well, you know how there's the Achievement Hunter panel, and there's been like the Funhouse panel. Well, now that we have
the RT animation panel,
the comedy group who makes shorts and RT Life and all these different pieces of content put on the Rooster Teeth YouTube channel. We're
it's basically the
Rooster Teeth
whatever's on the Rooster Teeth YouTube channel. That's the Rooster Teeth panel.
Yeah.
But this is on the Rooster Teeth.
Well, this has a separate panel.
Yeah, separate.
No, but we'll be on it. You're going to be on this panel. If you at least come by for the end of it.
Am I on this panel?
The Rooster Teeth panel? I'm just trying to get you to it. Yeah, I think you're free. I made sure that you were free. Mr. Gavin Free.
He's always free.
Oh, so that's
Let me know what it is.
You do not have to come do it. I'm going to talk to you about it later.
I mean, if I'm free, what else am I going to be having meetings? What else am I doing?
I don't know. Maybe getting from place to place.
Different panels.
That's the thing is I've been trying to express to people is like, there's some people that work here that's RTX is still relatively new to them, and they're like, hey, can you just like, we saw you have an hour between these two things. Can you just come across the street to the coop and like be here for like half an hour? I'm like, I couldn't get across the street in an hour and back. I couldn't do it.
Unless you were put into a metal box and wheeled across the street.
I hate doing that.
You can't get over there.
Oh, that'd be cool if they just open up the box and you come like charging out. It's like a wild animal. I kind of want to do that now.
Yeah.
You should. That could be your entrance to the podcast panel. You come out in a metal cage.
Like Hannibal Lecter style, like strapped to the thing. With a mask on.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll work on that.
Oh, sorry. Should I stop doing that on audio podcast? Banging on my stuff. Is there an old men panel this year?
I don't think so.
There's not an old men panel. People keep bringing it up. I don't think there is one.
What's old man panel?
It's like me and Jeff and Gus and Matt. Joel.
Founders?
Yelling at the sky.
Yar.
Founder and co-founders panel?
Stupid.
Yar.
I'm
assistant to the founder.
I'm replaying Metal Gear Solid 5 right now. And, before that, y'all were making fun of me because I was playing a lot of Factorio. And I don't know if I showed you this, Bernie, but someone made a working, very rudimentary 3D game engine in Factorio.
You showed me the show.
Where it's like,
you just told me about it.
Yeah, it's like almost like
equally as bored either way.
Wolfenstein 3D level graphics, where it's like you can see and like move around, and it's got a simple multiplayer map where two people can like fight against each other and try to shoot each other. So it's like they made a very basic first-person shooter inside just like a resource gathering game, which is wild to me. It's like I saw Seth Bling made Minecraft playable
in a chest.
It's like that level of stuff where it's just like so
Someone sent me that and also a clip from me from years ago where I was like, how long until someone makes Minecraft in Minecraft?
Well,
And then they did
someone
it.
finally did it.
You can always count on Seth Bling to do some crazy Minecraft stuff. He's also doing
also done
speed
some-
running and stuff.
Yeah, and he's done some crazy Super Mario stuff. Like I think he broke Super Mario World and like was able to
Yeah.
execute his own code in it.
He was he the person who made it learn that he made a program that could learn how to do the level.
Yeah.
That guy's got some knowledge, man. I used to just watch him because he's a bloke who made a toaster in Minecraft, but he's actually like got all this crazy programming knowledge.
Yeah, that's like I can't even be. I can't like if I sat down and you were like, make Minecraft in Minecraft. You're like, what? Like I don't even know what
I don't even know.
the first step. I'd be like, I guess you need some dirt.
Yeah, I barely know how to work a repeater.
You gonna go to the coop?
Yeah, I'll stop by the coop. I'm gonna be there for a little while.
Coop has such a cool theme this year. It's like a
Can we say what it is?
yeah. I think it's
I think
the
you said it.
pictures have been shown.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a like 90s video store kind of theme, 80s 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And all like the shirts are gonna be in like little video cassette boxes and stuff like that.
I think I'm gonna try to get a little iPhone tripod because I have some of those from my blog. Give them to some people and see if we can like live stream from the panel. Like
Ooh.
just like we do that, like live video on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Let's try it. Although
think we could do-
signal's gonna be garbage.
Oh, you got Wi-Fi.
You'll try it.
What?
Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi won't work in there. Would you be mad if the
Wi-Fi always
next
works in there.
if the next medium was tape? If it went from like 4K Blu-ray to like an 8K tape VHS?
Yeah, I would
You'd be
hate that.
mad? I think that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
I wouldn't
No,
care.
that's
as long
just
as
cool.
there's
What's wrong
stuff
with
to
It
you?
wears
do.
out. They don't remember what it was like.
Do you got to rewind
I got
shit?
tons of VHS.
We have to rewind
it
stuff.
rewinds on its own.
There's
if you
no
just let it
chapter.
play.
There's no chapter select.
There is. It just has to fast forward a
It
little bit.
rewinds on its own if you let it play.
If you let a VHS just run to the end,
Play
it
all
just
the way.
auto rewind.
Only if they had auto rewind, dude. Not all.
Not
VHS.
all-
You think the next VHS won't have auto rewind?
I think the next VHS won't have 8K. How about that?
I don't think there's gonna
Can
be
we
a
go- can
next
we start
VHS. What's wrong with you?
Don't talk to me like I'm the fucking idiot here.
I think it'd be so cool.
Gavin, I would love to see it 5 years from now. People look back at this podcast in this exact moment when we have
An 8K
VHS back.
tape. I will eat an 8K tape on set if the next home video format is an 8K tape.
Not
Sony,
you're saying
Philips, let's have a big war.
if it exists.
Not-
That's why if you're saying the
if
standard.
it's the standard. If we're all going and buying the
What-
next
what if
Avengers
it's-
movie 8K.
I want to start an
Tape.
8K tape
Tape.
company and sponsor the Rooster Teeth podcast.
What if this time
Just so I can
around
watch
it's
Gus eat one?
Betamax
Yeah.
that wins? Betamax. for you.
Beta Max?
You're
What-
assuming that the
Did you say
next
alpha
it's
beta?
Gonna,
Did you say beta?
Yeah.
Beta.
it's
You
gonna
really
be dead formats that come back.
Beta.
You can fit a lot on a tape. Tapes are
No, you can't.
digital tape.
That was one of the
That's-
reasons Titanic came on 2 tapes. Remember that?
Well, it's not the same standard
No.
now. You still back shit up to tape. Tape's good still.
It's not the same kind of tape.
Maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be digital tape, Gus. There's already that.
Man,
It's not
DV.
working.
I remember we first started making movies that those video files were just so fucking big, and it was like a 4 gig hard drive was a massive hard drive, so we had to back shit up on tape. It'd take 32 hours to back something up, and it was a fucking nightmare. And I want to say it wrote faster than it read.
Yes,
For some
write speeds
reason.
and read speeds were different. Yeah.
Ugh,
When I was
good riddance.
I was exporting the video today, and I didn't do H.264. I just accidentally just exported as a ProRes.
Yeah.
And it was 1.25 terabytes.
Wow.
Jesus.
And I thought about, like, should I just try and upload that? But the maximum file size on YouTube is only 128 gigs.
Really?
Yeah, my H.264 was like 60 gigs.
That's pretty
So
impressive
I
because you can upload like Uno the movie now in theaters.
What was that? 3 hours or 4
It's
hours?
like 3 hours, right? So how many
yeah,
gigs
but that
is
was
that
only
thing?
720. Well, that was only 1080.
Yeah, I guess a lot of like theatrical
4K
movies, I say
or
like
8K.
4.8 gigs seems to be like a sweet spot.
That's like one layer of a DVD.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah.
That's why they do it that way.
How thick is the tape that you back up to?
Thick.
This much?
That, but new VHS will be like double that.
And what does
Is
that
actually
get you,
calling it?
Gavin? Like, what do you know about that? Why would it have to be a thicker tape?
Fit more on it.
Why couldn't it just be a
More
denser
density.
tape? Yeah.
What do you mean? How do you get denser?
You get more.
Oh my god.
How do you think hard drives work? Hard drives are this big. They get more capacity in them over time. How? Do you think they shipped them in
I see what you're
1995
saying.
this size because
see what you're saying.
they were building for the future?
I understand what you're saying. That's great. But imagine if a hard drive was this big.
But that gets you
More storage.
just more platters.
But then you can't fit it in like a home computer.
Right.
Not
But
yet.
a VHS already existed in the past and was already a set size. So if you're getting a lot of stuff on a tape this big, imagine what you could do on a tape this big.
Sure. Why not just get a tape the size of a truck then? Why not just do that, dude? It's just the size of a dump truck, and you need a fucking crane to lift it and put it in your player.
You made your house out of a tape. And it's like all the movies you wanted, you lived in them.
Oh, your house was magnetic, and you could just run shit up and down it, and it would just change it, and you could record stuff on the walls.
Yeah, and it might randomly make a blockbuster movie, and you can make money when you distribute it.
Tape is the future.
I'm over this. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Chad has gone nuts about Uno the movie. Is it Uno the movie or the Uno movie?
Uno the movie.
Uno the movie.
Yeah.
So there are a number of videos over the course of the history of Rooster Teeth that I will go back and like just check on every now and then. Like what's this one doing? What's this one
Like
doing?
views wise?
Yeah, and
Like-
one of my pet favorites is the 1,000,000,000 view video because I just thought that was a really funny fucking idea.
Yeah.
Because I thought for sure the audience would go nuts and like set up bots to watch it and stuff like that. I love going back and look at them and see how well they're performing. Uno the movie is the only one that when I go back and I look at it and it's gone up another 1,000,000 views, I'm like, what am I doing? What is this? This makes no sense.
Have you ever watched the movie?
No.
Currently,
It's a good movie.
7.3 million views.
Oh my God. And
Also,
3 hours?
It's not even
It's
our longest
3 hours.
video.
That's
It's not
the
our
thing.
longest video by far. We've made plenty of longer videos. Like every 50-turn Mario Party is longer.
I just imagine though, somebody like 7 million people or like 500,000 people watching it 14 times, and they were 3 hours. And I'm like, what is going on?
Something that
I
I'm
love
impressed
it.
with is you guys, Achievement Hunter, being able to do Uno the movie and it's on IMDb and people finding it. Wasn't it like the top rated movie for a while or like the top comedy on IMDb?
Yeah. I think
then-
it was confusing them.
And then you guys made that fucking hot dog stand restaurant.
It became like
DHT.
the most reviewed restaurant in Austin.
Yeah.
Or in Texas or something. Like the actual best hot dog place in Austin, probably Frank or Casino or something.
Frank,
good
I
hot
think,
dogs.
is out of.
They're gone.
They're gone.
Okay.
They're out of Austin.
Sodom. But they only had like 1,100 reviews. And we had-
Also, it was like
Like
4 stars.
20,000.
Like, if I went to a place and there was a hot dog restaurant that had thousands upon thousands of reviews and it was 4.8 or 4.9, whatever it was, I would absolutely go to the hot dog place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, didn't somebody do that? There was a real review in there going,
this place.
I went there and I can't find this place and I don't think it exists. And I thought, oh, that's like somebody's afternoon.
I mean,
That
we
sucks.
could have whipped them up a hot dog. They just didn't find it.
Dude, that would have been the greatest day of your life.
If someone
If like
showed up
somebody
wanting
just
to
like
buy-
opens the door and I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, he wants a hot
Some
dog.
guy comes with his
He saw
kids.
your review and he wants a hot dog. You'd been like, hell yeah, let's get this dude a hot dog.
Where are the buns? It's like rifling through the kitchen looking for.
With like all your weapons and everything
Yeah.
around too.
Uno the movie currently has 9.5 on IMDb.
Okay,
Oh my
how much effort would this be
To put it on tape,
to officially sell another movie on a VHS from the Rooster Teeth store?
you can't have a VHS movie that long.
3
On
hours?
2 tapes, Titanic, bitch.
And you had 2 tapes that. Okay.
Titanic,
That's got to be really
bitch.
cheap to
Honestly, Gus, we could just cut it off at like 120 minutes and I don't think anybody would watch it anyway. We're going to go get a VHS player and do it.
Sure, let's do it. Let's we'll I was gonna say digitize, but
We'll
you're
make
not
a
digitizing
DLC.
it.
You can order the rest of the movie.
produce. Analyzes it in
We'll
here.
analog it. All right, that's it. I'm done.
Toblerone.
I want to go. Let's finish. Let's wrap this up. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see y'all next time.
Come to RTX.
Hey, thanks for watching this
One
video.
more thing. I forgot
Get
to mention
another
Adam Kovic's photo. He looks
episode
super ripped in it.
of the Rooster Teeth podcast. If you like this video and you like Adam Kovic's super ripped photo,
It's weird,
you
but
can
it's
subscribe
cool.
to this channel or click on the videos below. We put one right on Ashley, and you can watch more videos just like it.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Click the bell.
And click the bell. Ring that bell. Let's go eat some pineapple.